We've reached the end of week 2 of the campaign, and the mainstay of the trail has still been the cost of living. Labor's been offering support through health measures, lowering the cost of GPs and increasing staff, while the coalition set its sights on fuel relief. While the overlord of this campaign trail, Donald Trump, continues dominating the news cycle after he announced a pause on the number of countries' tariffs, dropping them temporarily to 10%, although nothing's really changed for Australia. But the global uncertainty and its impact on our economy at home was one of the key talking points, including through the first round of Liberal v Labor debates. On Tuesday, we had the first leaders' debate. It didn't make any huge waves. Both leaders pretty much managed to hold their position and lines without inflicting too much damage on the other. Albo's point was that during times of global uncertainty, you shouldn't change up the government, and things are on the up, while Dutton hammered down on his point that Australians are worse off now than before. Then there was the Treasurer's debate. Jim Chalmers argued, again, Australia is well placed to weather these uncertain times, while Angus Taylor claimed, again, Australians are worse off than they were 3 years ago. Again, no huge shockwaves here. Then there was the third, the Energy Minister's debate, which was honestly a bit painful to watch, and frankly, got weird.
I've seen more detailed menus in a Chinese restaurant.
This is coming from the minister, whose own plan wouldn't fit in a Chinese fortune cookie.
Staying on energy, the coalition announced their gas modelling, showing their East Coast gas reserve would bring down prices by 7%. And on Friday, they confirmed they'd get rid of penalties under the government's vehicle efficiency standards, which would mean the standards would remain, but there'd be no reason to actually stick to them.
It's a nonsensical policy that Mr Dutton has come up with.
Elsewhere, Greens leader Adam Bandt dragged negative gearing and capital gains tax back into the election conversation on Wednesday, saying if there's a hung parliament, the Greens will fight hard for changes to negative gearing tax breaks. It's a sticky issue for the Labor Party, who were burned by negative gearing at the 2019 election, and they're probably not super keen to touch it again. Labor did announce a $10 million fund for Great Barrier Reef education and tourism. I'm sure school students will be grateful to see the reef while it's alive. And the coalition promised to establish 2 future funds, one to pay down national debt and the other to invest in regional infrastructure. While it's been 2 weeks of the major parties jetting around the country, did you know the parties haven't actually officially launched their campaigns yet? That's happening this Sunday. These launches will come with some pretty big policy announcements, like we're expecting some more details on Labor's critical mineral reserve. But most importantly, it means you, the taxpayer, will no longer be funding their campaigns. And the parties will have to front up their own staff salaries and pay to charter their own planes for their leaders. Labor's will be in Perth, same as 2022, showing you just how critical the state is to their campaign. The Liberals will be in Sydney, where they're hoping to take a significant chunk out of Labor's margin from the suburbs. 2 weeks down, 3 to go.